Hello everybody, my name is Adam Bergman and I'm gonna give you a really dope video about the HEDERA Hashgraph. If you are new to my channel, how you doing? And if you're returning to my channel, how you doing? I hope you guys are having a great day. The HEDERA Hashgraph is up nearly 31% for the last week, and it is up nearly 7% for the last 24-hour period. The HEDERA Hashgraph is in an absolute tear, holding its spot at 38th on the coin market cap. It is currently a top 40 cryptocurrency, and on the next bull run, I have high hopes that it hits a top 30 cryptocurrency and possibly even a top 10 cryptocurrency. During this bear market, the HEDERA Hashgraph keeps innovating, keeps building, and as per Dr. Lehman Baird, who's one of the co-founders of HEDERA, in a recent interview he says, we put our head down and we move forward with building and getting ready for the end of the crypto winter. Dr. Lehman Baird just came on the BitBoy crypto channel, and he had a really good conversation and a really good 30-minute interview with BitBoy Crypto. I don't want to bite off of his entire interview, so I'm not just gonna copy and paste his entire interview, but I'm gonna give you some amazing key points. Before I give you those amazing key points, I wanted to give you some stats when it comes to the HEDERA Hashgraph, so you get a little bit of a better understanding of the points that I'm gonna be talking about or covering during this last interview. If this is something you like, please sit back, relax, enjoy the rest of this video, and give me a like, share, subscribe. You guys are definitely gonna get something out of this video. For anybody that is unaware, let me give you a quick recap of what exactly the HEDERA Hashgraph is. The HEDERA Hashgraph happens to be a DLT. It is not a blockchain. It uses something called a DAG, which stands for a directed acyclic graph. And quite simply, just to make things very, very simple, they have a technology where they take the last two transactions and they automatically put it in place. By doing this, they allow for extremely fast speeds, extremely nearly free processing or gas fees, extremely high security, and extremely good scalability. Because of this, paired with the governing council, which is a maximum of 39 members, they bring real-world applicability at the highest level of the highest businesses in the world among different categories, including commerce, including e-commerce, including legal, including investing, including academia, so on and so forth. And those governing councils take a proof of concept and make it into a proof of action. For example, DLA Piper is a law firm where they are tokenizing assets. They are a governing council member. For example, Aberdeen is a top 5 investing firm in the world, and they are tokenizing investment vehicles. You also have the banks of the HEDERA Hashgraph, which allow for remittance between two completely separate countries through a non-algorithmic stablecoin. As governing council members expand, as the HEDERA Hashgraph expands, all of these proof of concepts that are now proof of actions are going to be ready available plans for commercial use. As the HEDERA Hashgraph expands, so does the transactions and the capabilities of the HEDERA Hashgraph. This is Dragonglass. This is one of the explorers for the HEDERA Hashgraph. Currently, there are nearly 3 billion total transactions on the HEDERA Hashgraph. Currently at 2.848 billion transactions on the HEDERA Hashgraph, and we actually crossed 1.5 million, nearing 1.6 million total accounts opened on the HEDERA Hashgraph. But what I really wanted to show you was this. This is the transaction volume over the last day. I want to zoom this out for the last month. As you can see, all of these days are 600,000, 500,000, 400,000, so on and so forth. But over the last couple of days, we have 18 million transactions, 50 million transactions, 50 million transactions, 50 million, and 50 million. And for anybody that's very confused of how much exactly is 50 million transactions, I'm gonna give you the numbers right now. Now, I know that this is not sustainable over a long period of time, but let's just take 1 million transactions per day, and then we're gonna divide it by 86,400 because that's how many seconds there are. That gives us roughly a transaction of 11.5 transactions per second. Now, 11.5 transactions per second is pretty much how much all the chains are getting. This is the average, right? This is the ups and the downs. However, as of recently, HEDERA has been coming closer to that 50 million range over the last week. So over the last week, HEDERA is actually processing nearly 6 100 real transactions per second on mainnet, not on testnet. This is a massive accomplishment. And the question is, where are all these transactions coming from? I think we're ramping up for a new project. I think we're ramping up for new developments. At the end of the day, it's really nice to see these amount of transactions per second without a hiccup, without going down over the course of the entire week. Guys, this is a map of the HEDERA Governing Council. These are the people that are running nodes. You have 27 individual institutions that are running nodes. And while those specific institutions happen to be very centralized, all of them coming together brings an extremely decentralized type of system for the HEDERA hash graph. You see, as long as 1/3 or less of the governing council members are not corrupt or bad actors, or 1/3 or less of the entire internet is not bad actors, you guys are gonna have no issues whatsoever. Currently, that's roughly around 9 or 8 nodes. So that means that if less than 8 nodes are not bad actors, you are all good. Now, what I wanted to actually point out is, look, every single one of these orange dots is a governing council member, and they're literally located all the way around the globe. They're located in North America, South America, Africa, Australia, Asia, and Europe. And all of these institutions, again, are some of the largest corporations in the world, some of the largest universities in the world, legal advisors and financial advisors, just to name some. You have companies like IBM, companies like T-Mobile, companies like LG, and companies like Google and Boeing, who are part of the governing council. You think that these institutions are gonna value stealing a few $1 million from you worth of cryptocurrency over their reputation as a leading business institution or leading institution within their own field? No, it's not gonna happen, guys. When Dr. Lehman Baird was on BitBoy Crypto, he started talking about BFT, which is Byzantine Fault Tolerance, and ABFT, which is Asynchronous Byzantine Fault Tolerance, and I hope that I pronounced that correctly. So BFT is what a lot of other blockchains or DLTs have, and what that means is that it has a leader, which means if you find the leader and you're able to attack the leader, they're susceptible to a DDoS attack, which can bring down the system. ABFT has no leader, it's completely leaderless, so it gives you the total security of BFT, except it adds that there's no leader to specifically attack, which means both of them are susceptible to attack if there is more than a 1/3 attack of all the computers or the entire internet. However, with ABFT, it's not susceptible to a DDoS attack because there is not a specific leader, which means if one node is being attacked, the other nodes will keep working. To make it in plain simple English, and I am oversimplifying it, but you guys could definitely do your own research to look into it a little bit more. He went on to say that he's really looking forward to Ashfall. Ashfall is a AAA game. Ashfall allows you to actually have NFTs in games and be able to trade them on the HEDERA hash graph. Really, really cool for gaming. I'm not a gamer myself. The last game that I played was Tetris and I wasn't really good on it, but it's really cool to bring some new development and some new engineering when it comes to HEDERA hash graph. He did say that we have the HBAR Foundation. He says that we had the Hashgraph Foundation, and both of them give grants in order to develop the HEDERA hash graph. He did say that we are in a crypto winter right now and that he's building very, very hard, and HEDERA hash graph is building very, very hard in order to be ready for the next bull run when this crypto winter is over. It was funny because he was asked about his competition. He was asked about like Cardano, he was asked about Algorand, he was asked about Ethereum, and a bunch of other DLTs. And he was also asked by BitBoy about ISO 222 compatibility. And for anybody that's from Algorand, there's a little bit of a back and forth of what is ISO 222 compatibility and are blockchains ISO 222 compatible. There is a listing on a couple of websites that came out and they said that Algorand, HEDERA, XLM, XRP, XDC, Quant, and I think a few other projects, IOTA, are all ISO 222 compliant or ISO 222 compatible. Now, XLM and XRP, they actually sit on the ISO 222 governing body. ISO 222 compatibility is just a language. That's it. A blockchain itself is not compatible. However, and this is where people are getting it very, very wrong. If you have a chain, a DLT, that's fast, cheap, secure, and scalable. Then you can build smart contracts on top of it that can communicate through ISO 222. That's what the ISO 222 means, that your DLT is compatible to be built on top of with ISO 222 if need be. That's what it means for me. Anyways, Dr. Lehman Baird says, I have no idea what you're talking about with the ISO 222 compatibility, but he was asked, are you building for it? And he says, we build to be the best. We build for all types of uses, and if we build it, they will come. Very, very good answer. I just thought that I wanted to add that ISO 222 compatibility. And remember, smart contracts allow for the ability to do a lot of really cool stuff. And you are just hindered by your imaginations and your capabilities, i.e. your skills. Now, if you have this messaging language and you have the skills to build really dope smart contracts, well, then you can do communication through ISO 222 if need be. And that's what it means. It means that certain DLTs are able to be compatible because you can actually build on top and your DLT gives you the requirements, the specifications to be able to do that. And certain DLTs just cannot cut it. They don't have the capabilities. They don't have the speed. They don't have the cost effectiveness. They don't have the scalability. They don't have the security, so on, so forth, so on, so forth. The HEDERA HashGraph is one of my most bullish positions. I really like what they're building. I like that they didn't really lose any market share during this mini bull run in a bear market. And I'm looking forward to see what the future brings to the HEDERA HashGraph. Again, cheap, fast, secure, scalable, innovative, and downright super cool technology. Hello, future. I'll talk to you guys later. You guys might want to click one of these videos right here if you want some more information. Thank you and have a great day.